Roses are red, violets are blue. This is We're Saying That, episode 5 of season 2.
Oh my gosh!
Thank you.
That was really good.
Thank you.
Welcome back.
Last week we were hating. There was a lot of hate in our hearts.
Yeah.
This week it's all love. Love is in the air.
Love is in the air. Late Valentine's episode.
Yeah, this is. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's still February. I guess there's an extra day of February this year.
So we're using that extra day to speak on love, relationships, dating,
which we have massive experience in.
If anyone's gonna talk about this subject, it should be us.
Yeah. So you couldn't ask anyone better. I think.
Feel like we are the most qualified people for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
And expanding on that, Jay Orozco, have never seriously dated anyone.
Yeah, I haven't either.
So that's our qualifications.
But I think we're kind of at an advantage because we're not brainwashed by anything.
Yeah. We can't we haven't had experiences.
Yeah.
Like full on dating experiences.
Yeah.
So we don't know nothing about nothing, which broadens our horizons to think whatever we want about everything.
Exactly.
Because we haven't been through one thing, so we're not going to be on the other side.
Yeah.
We're completely in the middle.
Exactly.
And, we're not even just haven't dated. We haven't even, got anywhere close, really, I don't think.
No.
I definitely haven't.
I haven't either, but hey.
But right now, I've been in my era of someone talks to me, I'll get to this. Someone snaps me. I'll get to snapping. If we talk about that, I'll get to it.
Yeah.
And then, about a day or two, I just decide in my heart, I say, well, I don't want to. And then I will stop.
I'm the same way.
I completely just drop the idea. Not because I'm it will never happen and whatever. And I'm not like that person. I'm just I'm over it.
I get bored of things really quick.
Yeah.
So maybe that's our issue.
Yeah.
But also, I don't think we're the issue. So
no, it's everyone else.
It's fine.
I've never been the issue.
Me neither. That's perfect. Okay. So since we're talking about love, here's what I hate about love. Okay. That's what I'm going to talk about today. So to me, the worst kind of relationships or couples, whatever, there's kind of a lot that come to mind. Pretty much almost all of them are the worst to me.
I can find but no one's perfect.
Yeah.
But I'm going to find the issue really quick.
Yeah.
I'll be able to see it as soon as I see the people or I interact with them.
Being interacting with any couple, I can just kind of get the idea. If there's a girl and she's like, oh, my boyfriend doesn't let me follow any men ever on Instagram. I'm like, oh, okay.
That's rough. But then that's the same way. Same way around because I usually hear women are the ones that do that.
Yeah.
To men.
Yeah.
Because it's but then does it exclude celebrities sometimes? But then sometimes they include them and I'm like, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
That's insane. I can't follow Jamie Lee Curtis because I'm with a woman.
Yeah.
Stuff like that's crazy.
Or then, if someone makes their partner delete, if a girl makes all, a boy delete all the girls off of his Snapchat or something. Uh-huh. Unless it's a girl that's trying to, Snapchat him and knows he's in a relationship and something. But if it's someone just on his Snapchat that he never talks to, who cares?
What's
I don't know.
Problem?
Yeah.
That's that big toxic thing that is thinking that everyone, thinking that your boyfriend, every single girl in the world wants to be with him.
And I'm going to tell you, if I see your man, I don't want him.
Yeah, that's a big misconception.
Also,
and that's a big misconception with, same-sex people is a lot of, straight men will think that any gay man wants to be with him. That's their
women
thing.
do that. Women are really bad about that too. Yeah.
They think that if someone is any type of LGBT, that is full on they're obsessed with you. Like, they're seeking you out. They're stalking you. Like, that's your thing. I'm like, you got to realize, think about that in your own relationship. Think about all the girls that are trying to get with your boyfriend and not the men that don't care about them.
Yeah. Yeah, there was so many, like, growing up, someone would come out and then their friends would be like, oh my gosh, they had a crush on me the whole time. Yeah. I'm like, no, they don't.
They might have.
They could have, yeah.
But it's the big misconception of them thinking they had a crush on everyone just because they came out. I'm like, you're not the only person with this sexuality.
Yeah, because I don't have a crush on every guy I ever meet.
Yeah, exactly.
So why would they have a crush? Yeah, I don't get that.
It's weird.
And also, going like on that, let me just say, Valentine's Day was like 2 weeks ago, whatever. Mm-hmm. I saw a lot of pretty girls posting a lot of ugly men. I don't want them.
Yeah.
I don't want
a lot of ugly men with bad personalities.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's it.
That's all I have to say.
I feel like a lot of people are just very protective, but they don't realize you need to take a step outside and look in and think, well, maybe I'm just content and nobody wants either of us.
Yeah. Maybe we're just flying a little below the radar. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and also the couples that are just like always posting. It makes me laugh so hard when people will be like, happy 2-week anniversary, 2 weeks down, forever to go.
No, I don't like that. And I'll see someone on Instagram stories and I'll be like, oh my God, I wonder what they posted. I'll click on it and it'll be like a picture of them standing next to each other and it's like, my forever.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
The love of my life.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what? Like, what is posting that doing?
Yeah.
Because half of your boyfriends don't even like post on social media.
Yeah.
Like, they don't post you. They don't post their family. They don't post their dog. They don't post on their story. And then by you tagging them in this thing, they're probably not even going to like it.
No.
So, like,
it's so embarrassing when a girl posts her boyfriend and he doesn't like it or comment. And I'm like, oh.
He doesn't do nothing. But that's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Boys don't post anything.
Yeah.
Like, barely at all.
They post a fish picture and that's about it.
Post a fish picture and then they're going to wait till their girlfriend, like, has a baby. And then they'll, like, post the baby or something.
Yeah.
That's it. They don't care about anything else.
Oh, and then the last of my worst relationships are the ones that always have to be together. Like, if you're going out with your friends and you're like, oh, I'm bringing my boyfriend, like, don't.
Mm-hmm. I was in one situation one time, like this summer, and I was with some friends. And to be fair, I wasn't really friends with this one girl. Like, we knew each other for like not that long. And then like we pull up to like a McDonald's and she's like, oh my God, like my boyfriend's gonna come. Like, and then they come rolling up. There's like 3 or 4 of them in like one car. I'm like, this just ruined the whole vibe.
Yeah.
And then they're like kissing outside the car.
Ew.
I'm like, really?
Yeah.
We were having such just a little friend thing, but people feel inclined. I don't know. Is it just a matter of they really like them or they want people to know that they like them?
I don't know.
That's what I want to know.
Or like, maybe they think they want to have like the best of both worlds so they can have like their friends and their boyfriend.
Oh, yeah,
there.
yeah. They want it to.
But I don't think they think about how awkward it is for their friends.
Yeah, they want the worlds to collide when most of the time they shouldn't.
Because it's so weird because the like couple, they're just like little in the corner together over here, like whispering, and I'm like, why are you here?
Yeah, it's weird. Just do that on your own time. The worst type of people. I just completely forgot what the worst type of people were.
They're that bad. You want to forget
They're that bad. I don't even want to think about it. No, I had something in my mind. We were talking about people that can't go anywhere without each other. Right?
Yeah.
God, I don't know. Maybe that was it. Okay. Maybe that just annoys me.
Maybe you were reiterating my point.
I just don't, and don't bring them around either because I don't want them to like conform to acting. Oh, I know what it was. I know what it was. Boyfriends. Okay, it's usually a boyfriend who is like best friends with the girl's best friend. What do you think about that?
Ew,
Does that throw you off?
Yeah.
Me too.
I was telling Kayla, my friend and my roommate. Because I saw this TikTok and it said you should not be friends with your like best friend's boyfriend. If anything, that's your coworker. And I sent it to her and I was like, this is me and your boyfriend.
Yeah, that's true.
Because we like, if we see each other, we say hi, but we don't like talk or hang out or anything.
I feel like it's weird. I just think because they're like, oh my God, my boyfriend and my best friend act like they're brother and sister.
Yeah.
And they're like punching each other and like picking each other up.
Gross.
I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
If they were friends beforehand, maybe I can get past it. But if you've become that close with your best friend's boyfriend, you need to take a couple steps back.
I think there still should be boundaries, even if you are friends, because that's too much.
It's crazy.
But yeah, treat him like a coworker.
Anytime any of my friends have had boyfriends, well, I usually don't like them, but
yeah. Normally, I just don't talk to them at all.
I'm that person. Is that bad? No, I feel like I'm looking out, but I also don't want to be trust me, I am not the toxic person who doesn't want my friends to have relationships because I want them like to just be my friend and that's it. Like if you told me you were talking to someone, I'd be the happiest person in the world.
Aww.
Now, if you told me about them and they were acting crazy, then I would be the absolute worst person in the world.
Yeah.
The person you wouldn't want to talk to anymore because I'd be talking trash 24/7.
Yeah. That's another thing I don't get either with how like your best friend can be so close with like your boyfriend or something because if my friends tell me one thing that boyfriend did wrong, I'm holding it against him for the rest of his life.
And you know they're talking to each other, oh, he did this, and then they're just like still best friends the next day.
Yeah.
It's weird. And I don't sugarcoat either. I do not sugarcoat. If you tell me that your boyfriend, did something, he said something wrong, I'm not going to sit there and say, well, just like talk it out with him. I'm just like, you should probably just leave. Yeah. I'm that person.
No, my advice is always like, well, I would just break up with him.
That's me. And then I think, well, I'm not in the relationship, so I'm just acting like it'd be that easy to drop. But in my eyes, it would be. Yeah. Because as me and you have stated, we can just pack a bag and get up the next day and never think about it again.
I've always got one foot out the door, let me tell you.
Me too. Anytime I've talked to anyone, I've been right there. Like, I'm the person that comes in and then I stand by the door because I'm like waiting to go. I just have to wait till the other person's done.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, all right, bye. Yeah. That's me.
But I'm also like really delusional too.
Yeah.
Like, for
bad.
Example, last semester, there was this guy in my class. We were working on like a class project together, and he asked for my Snapchat so that like I could text him about it. And I was like, "Oh my gosh! Like I didn't even know if I like you like that. Like stop."
Yeah, I'll go to Taco Bell, and the old guy at Taco Bell gave me like a senior discount one time. And didn't charge me for cinnamon twists, and I was like, Kyra, like seriously, I like don't know what to do.
No,
like,
and then I'm like, oh, he's so in love with you.
I'm like, should we go back through? Like, I kind of feel bad. Like, I'm that person. I literally any tiny bit of anything that I get from anyone, I'm kind of like, okay, wait, like I need to really think about this.
Yeah.
Like that person.
Like I'll be going to class and like a guy will hold the door open for me, and I'm like. Oh. Stop. I'm at school.
I'm putting a veil on as soon as anything like that happens.
I'm like, here's my ring finger. You can measure it.
They'll view my Instagram story once every 10 stories, and I'm like, wait, like they're like looking to see if I post it.
Yeah.
Like, that's the person that I am.
Or like someone random, like a random guy will just like one of my posts whenever I post. And like, even if he doesn't normally like my post, especially if he doesn't, then I'm like, oh my gosh, like what is going over him now? Like why did he just all of a sudden love me? I don't get it.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
But
no, I'm the person that can take a step back and realize that that's not true. But in the moment,
I get out of the delusion really quick, but I sometimes play into it.
Yeah, it's fun to do. It's fun to do for sure.
Yeah. Now I want to get into red flags. I know we said that we kind of talked about like that earlier. But here's some red flags for me.
Okay. Yeah.
That if I see this, I'm like, I'm either like, you need to break up with him, or I'm like, I'm not in that.
You're not gonna be involved. Yeah.
So whenever I mentioned this earlier, but when I see like a boyfriend doesn't really like her post, But when I see a girl and she, or vice versa, hey, whatever, your partner, whatever, when I see someone post their partner and it's like, oh, I love this person, like their Instagram's filled with them, and then I look at the partner's Instagram and there's nothing.
No post.
No, nothing. And they'll like, especially whenever they do post, but it's like about sports or I don't know, whatever.
With a weird quote.
Or like just with their friends or something.
Like the gorilla emoji.
Yeah.
Something weird.
Holding up a 4. I don't know.
Yeah. I completely understand that. But at the same time, I've always had this in my mind where I've never like wanted to date someone who has tons of followers on I wouldn't say tons.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking like over, for me, over 500. And then like they post a lot. I'm not into that because my whole thing is and this might just be me. This might be a bad trait. I don't know. There are so many people that are watching these people every day on social media. So think about how many people are already thinking of, oh my God, they're so attractive or whatever, liking every post, liking their story. I don't want that. I want someone who has about less than 200 followers and doesn't post.
I love the people with like 100 followers.
I
love
mine. That. Yes. Yeah, exactly. I haven't met one yet, but once I do, that will be my green flag. Yeah. I just think and I say that, I don't have that much interaction on my social media compared to other people. I have like 450 followers or something, and I get like 40, 50 likes on a post. It's nothing compared to other people. But I also have to take a step back and think, well, what if people are thinking that about me?
Oh,
and then
I don't think so.
No, but I don't know. I don't want in a Snap score. Don't even if your Snap score is over 1 million.
Yeah. You're for the streets.
Yeah, exactly. And I know some of my closest friends.
Sorry, does that mean? I don't think so.
No. Okay, we're not calling them. That type of,
Okay, yeah, you're right.
But I do, and that's a bit much.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
I agree.
And one of my closest friends has one probably over 2 million, but I'm not talking about you, girl.
Yeah. Like, you go.
If you're listening, like, I love you, whatever. No, I just feel like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Mine, I'm sure yours is probably higher than mine because I started using Snapchat not even like that long ago.
I've had mine forever, but I don't Snapchat many people. I think mine's like 300,000 or something.
Mine's like 150 or 200. Yeah. Somewhere around there. But I started using it only like 5 years ago, and I only snapped like 7 people.
Yeah.
So that's been my thing.
You and I randomly Snapchat each other like 30 times a day.
Yeah. That's where half of my score comes from, as Kyra.
Yeah. I know. We went through our like save chat last week. Could have been there.
You have to scroll for about 2 minutes on our save chat to get to the bottom.
You have to scroll for like 2 minutes just to get to 2 months ago.
Yeah, it's bad.
We're always sending stuff in there. It's crazy.
Okay, what's another red flag?
I have like not paying, but that can go many ways. Like one time when I was working, this girl came in. She's meeting this guy for a date. Ooh, and she like had to pay for her own drink. And I was like, leave him. He's for the streets.
Yeah.
That's my saying this episode, I guess. But I also, I don't know. I think you should still contribute. Both people should. I don't know.
Yeah. I think it's a little bit, okay. My outlook is going to be different because if you haven't gathered the information, I'm not going to be going on a date with a female anytime soon. But from my point of view, from mine, it would be both people contributing.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah.
So then I think let's just take that over to the straight world, the straight people world. Let's have both of them contribute.
That's what I think. Like if you're going to go to like dinner and a movie, I would think one of you pays for dinner and then one pays for like movie tickets.
Yeah. Yeah. And I get there's still women and there's men that think this way, tons of them. A whole chivalry thing, I'm going to pay for everything. I mean, hey, you both agreed to go on the date.
Yeah.
You are not being forced to go on the date with this guy.
Yeah.
So.
And I also think, like, kind of whoever initiated it.
Yeah, they should take a little bit more of the responsibility.
That's my opinion.
Yeah, if a guy says, "Oh, let's go to the movies," I wouldn't go to the movies with him and then him be like, "Okay, you're gonna pay for your ticket." Like that's a little bit crazy.
Yeah,
I understand that. Whoever's idea it was,
chivalry's dead.
Yeah.
You didn't get the memo.
If you're going on a picnic and they like ask you to like Venmo you so they can buy stuff, like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Whoever asked should pay for it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's that. Yeah. End of story. That's it.
Yeah, that's all I've got to say about that. Okay, the next red flag is when a guy, he's acting really sweet, like everything's good about him, but then he's friends with the worst people on the planet.
Oh my God.
Here's my hot take.
Uh-huh.
You're only as good as the people you surround yourself with.
Kyra, that was beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
This has been one of my biggest pet peeves forever. Mm-hmm. And you can only... I'm sure you can come to the conclusion why myself, Jay Orozco, thinks this way, is because I still do. I'm sure that I still do. Mm-hmm. I have had so many friends who are like, they share the same values I do. And I don't think you need to. You don't need to think exactly like your friends do, because then you'd never be... You just be restricting yourself to acting.
Yeah, you're all
way.
like the same person. Yeah.
But at a certain point, it gets a little crazy whenever you figure out one or two things about someone else's friends.
Yeah.
Because it is not acceptable for you to be like I don't know, like your Greta Thunberg, I don't know, Marsha P. Johnson, you're marching in the streets and all this stuff, anti-war, you hate homophobes, like kill the racists, like you're that person. And then your boyfriend, like, using, like, slurs, and his friends are, like, saying the worst things ever. They've, like, hate crimed you. Like, it's stuff like that. That is insane. Yeah. People that think like that are crazy.
And you're like, I can't change them. I'm like,
oh, I have a personal experience with this, and this is just me spilling everything. But hey, I don't care because I'm passionate. I tell this to the person.
Hey, if the shoe fits out there, wear it.
Exactly. You are not going to change someone whenever both of you are like 18, 19, 20 years old. That is not your responsibility.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, you can tell someone, oh, you shouldn't say that. You shouldn't have to tell anyone that. You should not have to. If they're saying it, you saying, oh, God, that's not good. You shouldn't say that. It's not like they are immediately different person.
Yeah.
It is so insane. If someone's saying something racist, if they make a homophobic joke, if they make a racist joke, just leave the person alone, unless you think the same way.
Yeah.
You probably shouldn't be listening here if you think that way. No, but it's just, it's insane. I hate the I can fix them thing.
Yeah,
it's
really annoying.
With boyfriends, I'm like, well, maybe you can do a little bit of workshop here and there.
Yeah.
But if you're just a person's friend, that is so easy to drop them. That is so easy.
Yeah.
Especially if they said something about your friend. That is the moment you just step out of the situation. You didn't even try to fix it. You can tell I'm passionate about that because I've been through that multiple times.
Yeah.
I've been through this multiple times.
I get that.
Oh my God. What was that? What was that?
I don't know.
And that was loud too.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening.
Let's try it again.
Okay.
That's a little bit better. That was a jump scare in itself.
They needed to calm us down. That's what they did.
It sounds like there was a tornado outside.
Yeah.
What was that?
I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway.
Where were we? I'm off track now.
We were ranting. Also, last week I said ranting and raving. I don't think I knew what raving meant.
I don't know either.
Raving's like
talking good.
Yeah. Because last week I was like, we're ranting and raving. We didn't rave about anything.
No, we complained the whole
I lied.
Time. Let me think if I have a red flag. Do you have another one while I'm thinking?
Oh, this kind of goes in with the other one.
Uh-huh.
Because I was thinking like, like a man that's like, nice guys always finish last. They call themselves nice guys. They're not.
Oh, I hate that.
Anytime I see that, I'm like, block.
Yeah, I hate the whole, I'm nice, but like nobody pays attention to me. Like no girl wants to be with me because I'm so nice. Yeah. You know why they don't want to be with you? You're not nice.
No.
You're crazy.
Yeah.
You're crazy.
But that one kind of tied in with my last one because I'm thinking of like people that act like nice guys, but then they're friends with like,
Yeah. They're like, they try to, it's like gaslighting. They try to blame everything on themselves. I hate people like that.
Yeah.
God, like, you just shouldn't even talk to me. Like, I'm just like so broken, you know?
Yeah.
Like those people, just say you're a bad person.
They're like, I don't even know how you can look at me. I'm just so ugly.
Yeah. I hate people like that. Yeah, it's the worst. It's the, like, you deserve someone better. Like, I suck. Or that's just them inviting you to say, no, like, don't say that.
Yeah.
It's terrible. Those are the worst types of people.
Yeah.
They're just going to own if you're a bad person. If you're a good person, you're going to own the bad things about yourself. You're not going to try to deny them and say, well, I'm just so bad and I just shouldn't be this way, you know.
I don't know how you love me. Nobody could ever like me.
It's terrible. Those are the worst types of people.
Do you have any red flags?
Snapchat. I am done with Snapchat.
Okay.
No, I don't know.
I get it.
I don't know how to describe it, but it's just, of course, I haven't had this situation really, but the people that are like, but like, I just don't know if I should snap them yet. I'm just like, just text them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know about Snapchat. I feel like it put such a big dent on anyone dating anyone.
Yeah.
Like, I think that Snapchat originated the talking phase.
Yeah.
And I am done with the talking phase. I think that that's so stupid.
I'm in with the courting phase.
The what?
The courting.
Bridgerton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in with that.
Yeah. I'd rather go through Bridgerton. I'd rather be in my pantaloons with like a wig on and some ugly satin gloves, going to meet up with people and knowing right away this could be a relationship. That's the type of thing I want to be involved in.
Not that I'm going to Snapchat you for 3 months and we'll see.
Yeah, I'm not going to respond to him because, like, he left me undelivered for, like, 10 minutes, so I'm going to wait, like, 15.
Yeah.
Like, give it up.
Yeah.
Like, I used to be that way. Not anymore.
I did too, but now I'm a grown woman. And I'm like, I'm not doing that.
If he texts me and I want to respond, you know what I'm going to do?
Respond.
I'm not crazy. I am not crazy. I would just rather text someone. But now people think that's so weird.
Yeah.
Like a phone number. Anyone who I've talked to, I don't have their phone number.
Yeah.
I had them on Snapchat and I removed them. Or I had one little run-in on Instagram. It was above the rest because I was like, this is the time for, and you know what picture they, this is so embarrassing. What picture they sent me? Like, it was on my story, so they responded to it. The picture of me and you holding corn as phones.
No, you never told me that.
Yeah, that was the picture that they responded to.
And they were like, you're so cute.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And I, like, that picture... That picture out of all pictures, it's a picture of me holding a piece of dirty corn up to my head, pretending it's a cell phone. But you know what? That was a green flag.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
was a green flag.
Because they saw that and they said, masterpiece.
They said, this is the type of person I want to be with.
I can't believe I was in on someone trying to slide into your DMs.
Okay, what do you think about this? So we talked about Snapchat. I'm done with that. I feel like now it's just you're acting like a 14-year-old if Snapchat's such a big deal. What do you think about dating apps?
I don't like them.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
I've never been on one. You know what? I was on Yubo. Like 10-year-olds on there trying to date each other. That was weird.
Yeah.
And we weren't actually 10. We were like 12.
Yeah.
So it's not that big of a difference.
Yeah.
Yubo should be that. Someone should take that to court. That's weird.
That is weird.
It's just really young people trying to get things out of other people. It's bad. That's been my dating app. It's a friend app.
Mm-hmm.
You are swiping on people like Tinder. Mm-hmm. That is not a friend app. But what I think about dating apps, I know the whole point is I'm just trying to find someone who like wants to date, you know,
Mm-hmm.
like I'm not trying to waste my time with people who don't want to date me. I think you're wasting your time being on there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Call me old fashioned. Anytime anyone says that, it's going to be a bad statement.
Yeah.
But call me old fashioned. I just want to meet someone through some type of situation.
And call me old fashioned?
Mm-hmm. You're old fashioned.
Okay, thank you. Call me old fashioned, but I think if you're meant to meet somebody, you will.
Yeah. I think seeking things out is kind of, I don't know.
We're in like our philosophical era today.
Yeah, apparently.
Wow.
And especially because you have no connections to that person.
Yeah.
That's crazy. To just text them and be like, hey, and you know, these people aren't swiping on each other because of their bios. You're swiping based on the first picture.
Yeah.
And if you don't know who they are in the first one, you're going to the second one. And then you're swiping.
Yeah.
Like, let's not try to act like we are good people because we're on dating apps.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know who is. Maybe people know that that's weird. I don't know. I'm not a fan.
I agree.
I never want to join one either.
Yeah.
I'd just rather something happen. And hey, that could be in 5 years. I'm not needy. I don't need it to happen now.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
But I have never been the one. Sorry.
No, you're good.
I'm rambling. I have never been the one to say, I want to date someone. And then like go searching.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I want someone to find me. That's
exactly.
what I want.
I'm waiting for the people to search me out.
Exactly.
And one day, it'll happen.
There you go.
Might be in 10, 20. I hope not. I hope not in that long. Also, it might be right after this. What if I'm walking out with my Route 44 sweet tea and I trip and I spill it all over someone and then they're like, oh my God, like, are you okay? And then I look up, who would it be?
Mr. Right.
Yes. I was going to say a celebrity, but Mr. Right is fine.
Okay.
That leaves it up to be anyone.
Yeah.
So exactly. Or we could both trip at the same time and both spill our drinks and on
Mr.
two
Rights.
people. Yeah. You never know. It could happen at any minute.
I do also say, because obviously I'm not looking to get married anytime soon, but I want to be really secretive. Not really secretive, but I just want to like randomly get married and not tell anyone.
Oh, wow.
And then just make like post and be like, hey guys, I got married.
Or do like a relationship status on Facebook.
Yeah.
It's just like these two people are married and everyone's like, what?
Yeah. Just someone random.
Yeah.
Okay. So next, I have some advice. I want your expert opinion on this.
I have to give the advice?
Well, we can do like mutual.
Okay.
I might ask a couple because I also have a little treat.
Okay. Yay.
After this.
People do say people who haven't been in relationships give the best advice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who, but I think I've heard that a couple times.
Exactly. I've heard that, and I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a couple like scenarios I'm going to ask you. If you think your partner is cheating, what do you do?
Think like how confident am I?
Like they're acting strange.
Okay.
They're kind of blowing you off.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
Well, at that point, I wouldn't say break up with them, just like
I would.
Okay.
That's my advice. Yeah.
Well, okay, I'm saying if you don't know.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
If you're 50% sure,
I'd be like, you might think about breaking up with them.
Yeah, you might say, hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
And then if it raises anywhere above 50, just say, we need to take a break until you figure out what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Or not even take a break. We need to break up until...
Yeah.
Or we just need to break up. I don't know. Yeah, if you think that that's happening, you don't need to confirm it. You don't need to see it in action for it to be true. You just need to have at least a little bit of, evidence
conversation
in your mind. Talk to the person. And
I agree.
So, I wouldn't say that as soon as you think it's happening, Because who knows? Maybe they're depressed or something and they don't want to talk to you.
Yeah.
You can't be like, God, they're probably like with someone else. Like, you just need a little bit of something to be sure.
I don't think that's always what the first thing
and
should
if someone tells you they're cheating, hey, believe them.
Yeah.
I think that's a good enough reason.
And also, if someone does cheat on you, do you stay with them? Do you leave? I would leave.
Yeah, me too.
Get out.
That's what I think if someone is, that's kind of And what do you think of, like, you aren't dating someone, but they have feelings for someone? Is that the moment to jump off the train?
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Because I think that's just kind of setting you up for failure.
Correct. Moving on.
Yay. Oh, okay. Here's the last one I'm going to ask, and then we'll get into the little treat.
Okay. Yay.
Okay. What would you do if your friends or your family don't like your partner?
I would have to say it depends on the reason why they don't like them. But in my case, my friends and family are usually going to be the right people because I think that they're good people.
Mine too. I would ask you.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's the ultimate thing. If one of us has a problem with them, that's the sign that it should probably be over.
Like if everyone hated them, like all of my family, all of my friends hated them, but you were like, I think they're a good person, I'm taking your word for it probably. Yeah.
Because I can trust most of my family and most of my friends. That would give me the right advice. But there are a select few that if they told me, I don't know, I'd be like, I don't know about you.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm already on the fence with you. Yeah. So with you stating your opinion, I'm not going to completely say, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. But I'm also not the type to be like, ooh, I hate your boyfriend.
Oh, yeah.
But if someone's like, oh, what do you think of them? And I don't like them, like they've given me an actual reason not to.
Yeah.
Then I'll be like, oh, I'm not really a fan. This is why, but it could just be me.
Yeah, exactly. You don't need to say, this is for sure. You need to say, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Or from my perspective.
Yeah.
This is what I think, but you do what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
Because I don't know them as well as you do.
Exactly. They might have something going on.
We're giving good advice.
Yeah, this is kind of, I would say, well, I retract my statement. I would say this is obvious advice, but it's obviously not. Because people are acting crazy.
Because these are like real scenarios that happen all the time.
Yeah, and people don't know how to act.
And love is blind, okay?
Exactly.
You do crazy things when you're in love.
Yeah.
You need sane people to talk you out of things.
And sane people, Kyra and I.
Yep, that's us.
We're on the brink. We're on the brink of going insane, maybe. But for now, we're sane.
Yeah.
So trust our word.
So use our advice while we've still got it. Okay, now.
In a couple years, we're going to be sitting in rocking chairs just back and forth.
Yeah.
No, eyes just on the wall.
Yeah.
No thoughts.
Yeah.
That's going to be us.
I'm headed there.
All we're going to hear in our minds is this.
Yeah. That's it.
Over and over again.
That's it.
No thoughts, but we're saying that.
Yeah. That's sweet. Okay. Now it's time for the little treat. I've compiled 2 stories from Reddit.
Oh, this is fun.
Like, well, you already knew what it was, but yeah.
I know about this.
Yeah.
I've seen this here or there.
And I looked up like relationship advice stories, and I took a couple of them just so the stories I'm going to read you are more like who's in the wrong.
Okay.
But if you have advice, feel free to give it. I trust your opinion.
Thank you.
Also,
so you've read these?
Yeah.
Okay. So
but I can also give my thoughts because I have.
I'm like, no, you can't.
Yeah.
Oh, this is fresh for me. I don't know nothing about any of this.
Also, I'm not gonna do the female 21. I'm not doing that.
That's crazy.
I'm just gonna read.
I don't need to know anything about them.
And I'm cutting out some details from like the next story because that one's really long for no reason. But this one's pretty good.
Okay.
So I'm gonna read you the story, and then after I want to hear what you think.
Okay.
Okay. So the other day, my girlfriend sent me this TikTok with the caption saying something along the lines of, when you check his mutuals on Spotify and he's following the girl he told you not to worry about. And I guess this TikTok caused her to lurk into my Spotify following, and she saw that I was still following my ex. Now, to be clear, I don't know who manages their Spotify followings on a daily basis, but she said I was wrong for still following her. I told her it was a mistake and that I didn't realize I was still following her, and I also told her that if it made that big of a difference, I would unfollow her and it wouldn't be a problem. And then she gets mad because she says, I shouldn't have to tell you in the first place. And then the writer of this post says that there's been issues with people that he's followed before, but he's unfollowed anyone that the girlfriend wants him to.
Yeah.
And then his argument is that no one really checks their Spotify following, so it's really not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
So who do you think is in the wrong?
The girl.
Yeah.
that one's pretty clear.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure I follow some people on Spotify. I don't know who.
I think that's so insane to go through someone's Spotify following.
Because you knew she wasn't going to do it until she saw that TikTok.
Yeah.
So then her seeing that. But yeah, you don't. Same thing with like if you're following your ex on TikTok, like who is thinking, who am I following on TikTok?
You're following their Pinterest?
Yeah. So
something weird.
Yeah.
Like you're not even like talking to them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I read that one, just made me laugh so hard because I was like, who cares?
Yeah. I shouldn't have to tell you to do that.
I shouldn't have to tell you to go through your Spotify and unfollow every female artist, I don't know.
Well, what even like if you follow someone on Spotify, what do you get? Like
you just like I think you just get like their playlists.
But like where? I don't even know where to look.
I don't know. I don't get it.
So it's obviously not doing too much because I think I follow a couple people, but I don't see anything about him.
Yeah.
So it's not like I don't think he knew what she was up to on Spotify.
Yeah. That one was just odd to me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's I think with relationships though, you just get like crazy about stuff like that.
Yeah.
I've learned.
Yeah. That's weird.
But yeah, that one was odd. Okay, here's the second, also the last story that I have. This one's longer, but I'm going to try to cut it a little bit. It says, I've been with my now fiance for a decade, and in that time we've heavily discussed things like marriage, proposals, wedding, like engagement rings that I've wanted and stuff like that. And then she says, she goes into detail saying like what ring she wants, the color, the cut of it, like how it looks and stuff. And she says, I'm not bothered about the price of the ring or having a real diamond or anything in it, but I told him exactly what I wanted, which it's really not exact. She just told him like a color and then the shape of it.
Yeah.
So it's pretty like broad, whatever. And the ring he got me was completely different. Like, she wanted, like, a silver ring, and he got her a gold one. And then, like, a round ring, even though she wanted, like, a different cut. And she was like, so she says, it's fine. It's not, it's the exact opposite thing that I asked for, but, you know, whatever. And then she says, with the proposal, I said I don't want anything cheesy, like on Valentine's Day or during, like, a dinner at a restaurant or anything like that. And she says that she's really outdoorsy and they go on like hikes and stuff, and she was like he could do it on a hike or whatever. Sorry, I'm trying to like reiterate what she's saying because she typed a lot in this. And then here's how the proposal went.
Oh no.
He did it at 1 a.m. when he came home from work and I was in the middle of playing a game on my computer. He messaged me on Discord and said, turn around. And he was on one knee and said, will you marry me? Followed by, well, I thought it was about time I got this out of the way. Afterwards, he just started scrolling on his phone. And then she says, I feel really ungrateful, but I feel like I haven't been listened to at all. And I didn't even expect a huge gesture, but maybe like dim the lights or light a candle or have flowers or something instead of just that. So do you think she's in the wrong?
Well, this is an interesting thing for me to talk about because I am not one who likes anything about the idea of marriage or proposals or weddings. I mean, I'm not against it at all.
Yeah.
But my opinions are going to be kind of because I think that that's just such a waste of time and effort and everything in general.
Yeah.
I mean, if she was okay, I get the ring thing. Because if you like hate the way gold looks on you, I don't know. I don't know if people think that way. I'm sure
I don't know nothing about wedding rings.
Yeah,
so.
I'm sure people think that way though.
Yeah.
Or they would I'd rather have a silver or like an iron thing. I like those colors more than I would a gold.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I feel like telling someone what to do with that situation is a little bit much.
Yeah.
I get like a little bit of a hint here and there.
Yeah.
But I think full on saying, I want this type of ring with this type of cut and this type of whatever.
Yeah.
That's a little bit, leave it a little bit up to interpretation.
Yeah. Like, it is kind of a good general idea, but it's also getting into like, okay, just pick out the exact ring that you want.
Yeah, it's like no surprise at all.
Yeah.
And especially if you already know they're going to propose eventually.
Yeah.
You're like leaving nothing up to surprise.
I agree with that.
Yeah, but at the same time, maybe she's just nitpicky and doesn't want... I don't know. I feel like I've never met anyone who's full on said this is the type of ring I want, but I do get the hinting thing.
Yeah.
And then the proposal. Let me get to that.
Yeah.
You say, or she said, I mean, you didn't read me the whole thing, so maybe I'm missing a couple details.
Yeah, maybe.
Doesn't want something cheesy, but then gets... Okay, obviously, the wife is a gamer girl.
Yeah.
Because she's playing on her computer and she has a Discord. That's already enough for me to be like, okay, she's really into video games if she has a Discord.
Yeah.
So, and she probably had headphones on because she couldn't hear him coming up behind her.
Mm-hmm.
So in my eyes, if you wanted something understated, that's understated.
Yeah.
Because that sounds like something she does a lot.
Yeah.
She's probably playing games a lot.
Yeah.
And then unless you fully said, I want you to propose to me outside, which if you say that, that's crazy. If you're saying, I want it this type of way, I don't think that was a bad proposal at all.
No.
To me, it doesn't sound like one.
I guess I didn't read this part, but she said something. She said, like, I didn't even mind that it was inside of our house.
Uh-huh.
I just wish he'd, like, did something else.
But, like, what do you want?
Yeah.
Did you want him to throw petals on the ground?
Yeah.
Like, what's going to make that better?
I don't know.
Like, I think, I don't know.
Which, that's the hard thing with these two, because you don't know the whole story. Because I'm like, if you've been dating for a decade, I'd be happy he just got it over with.
Exactly.
I don't know.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Like, this doesn't sound like a newfound. Like, you guys have been around each other a lot, so it's not like he's a terrible person.
And I also feel like when you've been, like, waiting to get proposed to for that long, any chance that you're on a hike or something, you're going to be like, is he going to propose?
Yeah.
So maybe he wanted to do it just to be like...
Big surprise?
Yeah.
Like even bigger.
Yeah.
Because you're just doing something you probably do every night, and then he proposes right there. And I don't... Like, people do every kind of proposal. People are proposing in hot air balloons. They're proposing to each other just in the middle of a conversation, out at dinner with each other, or they're like having a plane fly over the sky. Like, it can be anything.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Because to me, the proposal wouldn't be the important part at all. If you're waiting to get married. But that's my whole opinion with marriage. I don't think getting a ring and having your friends and family come is making you any more in a relationship than you were before.
No.
And if you think that you have to hold back until you're married, crazy.
I want to run away and get married. That's my goal. And like I said, surprise everyone.
Yeah.
Later on.
But it's a little, I don't know. But that's my whole thing is I wouldn't just, not like her, I guess. I don't think I'd care what ring I got unless it was like, unless you're getting me some bright yellow gold with like a huge like emerald stone on it or something. Yeah. I'm not going to complain. I don't know.
It's so I think she said she wanted like a blue-green gemstone, and the one he got her was like yellow. I was like, oh.
Yeah, that's. I'd be mad about that.
Yeah.
Not mad. I don't know.
Yeah, it's really hard for me because I'm like, the ring shouldn't really matter that much, like the actual ring. But okay, here's my thing. I'm kind of picky with how I want to be proposed to. Well,
what do you like?
I'm kind of not. I don't know.
What would your expectations be, I guess?
Okay, I would like want to be proposed to at my house. I just don't want to do. I agree with her. I don't want it to happen like around a big group of people.
Yeah, me either. That would be weird.
So do it at home. I don't go on nature walks, so don't do it there.
Yeah,
do it at home. I don't really want it to be on like a holiday, like Valentine's Day or Christmas or anything.
Yeah,
because that's what I think. Also, this is my one rule for it. I don't want to be the last person to know about it. You know, like sometimes you'll see people, like a guy's about to propose to his girlfriend or something, and he will tell everyone in his family, everyone in her family, all of her friends.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Me either. My only thing, and obviously this guy probably didn't do it, but I think the one thing I do is I wouldn't tell a lot of people. The one thing I do is maybe get a friend of hers or of his or whoever's. Get a friend of the person you're going to propose to, or maybe their cousin, brother, sister, aunt. Maybe not parents because, like, you know, it's a big surprise for them too. But they already know probably.
Yeah.
Get someone who knows the person very well to maybe get some details on what ring they want and what type of proposal they'd probably like.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Because I don't think okay, this is the final thing about the way she's acting. I think that her friends and family should know, maybe, if she talks to them.
Yeah.
And then that should make it in the clear for the guy to be able to talk to them and get the details on her. Because I don't think she should have to be saying, I want this, I want this, I want this, you know?
Yeah, I agree with that. But those are only my specifications. But I really don't feel like they're that crazy.
Yeah.
If anything, I want to be proposed to on Discords.
I'd want like that video where the guy blindfolds his girlfriend and then like brings him to that Adele concert and like at the observatory in LA, and then like Melissa McCarthy's there and stuff. That's my specifications.
Yeah.
I want to be proposed to, and I want Adele to sing during the proposal. That's
exactly.
What I think. No, I if I was dating someone and I walked out of here right now and I went down the steps of this building we're in and they were right there, hey, they're asking, and if I want to say yes, it's not going to be that the answer to me right now. Obviously, I'm not even thinking about getting married. I'm not even with anyone.
Yeah.
But the answer right now would be, hey, I'm going to say yes in any situation that we're in.
Exactly.
Unless you throw me in the ocean and then, like, I'm sinking to the bottom and then, like, the ring's down there.
Yeah.
And we're, like, in scuba suits or something. Like, nothing crazy.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be anywhere crazy in front of tons of people. But, hey, the answer is going to be yes no matter where.
Yeah, I wouldn't say no if they did it on, like, a holiday or anything like that. But I agree. I would just say yes. Also, proposals. I cannot stand when someone gets proposed to, and they've been dating for a long time, and someone gets proposed to, and they're in tears, like, oh, my God, yes! Yeah.
I love understated reactions to
I'd
proposals.
Be like, yeah, sure.
Yeah. I love whenever people, like, you know, are just like, yes.
Yeah.
And then, like, they hug, and it's just another day.
Or I knew a girl, and she got proposed to, and she was like, I was just really surprised I didn't say anything. So I guess I never technically said yes. I was like, period. But
yeah, I have complicated a relationship with marriage because I feel like nobody should have to conform to being married to someone.
Yeah, I get that.
Because literally, what's it changing? Nothing. So if you want to get married, and if you don't want to, don't.
Yeah.
It's not changing anything about the people you are, your relationship. Your family might think different.
Yeah.
They might think, oh, well, they're not even married. Okay.
Who cares?
Okay. You together for 20 years, you're just as important as the people that have been married for 20 years. It's not changing anything.
I know. I think people think that if you're not married, it's just a platonic relationship.
It's just like up in the air. You can break up at any minute.
Yeah.
That's what people think.
Like, it's still a relationship.
Yeah. It's the same thing. You just didn't buy each other an expensive ring and waste tons of money on a wedding.
Yeah.
That might be the only thing that's different.
Oh, I thought of another red flag while I was talking. This one came up a couple weeks ago at Valentine's Day. I promise I'll wrap up soon.
Okay.
But I cannot stand, because I saw a lot of women say, like, oh, me and my boyfriend don't get each other things because Valentine's Day is like a consumer holiday, so he doesn't agree with it.
What?
Like, people think that Valentine's Day is a consumer holiday just, like, to make money, so they're like, I'm not getting anything.
Oh my
so they won't get something for their partner.
Well,
yeah.
What? That's crazy.
And that's like such a red flag to me because I'm like, if you don't want to get something, just say that.
Yeah. Oh, people on Christmas. We don't have to get each other something to like prove that we like each other. Oh. This is okay.
I opened a can of worms.
Yeah. This is like just a broad statement. I hate people that say, "Oh God, I just hate getting gifts."
I don't.
No, you don't. You don't hate getting gifts. If you want those pair of Uggs that you couldn't have afforded for the whole year and your boyfriend gets them for you, you're gonna be happy.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be happy about it.
Yeah.
Stop beating around the bush and saying, oh, I hate whenever people get me gifts. No, you don't.
Yeah.
Nobody hates getting gifts.
Do
you think they feel guilty because you didn't get them a gift? What is going on? What is going on with people that act that way?
I don't know.
They just want to come off as like humble?
I guess so.
I don't get it. Because I will say this. If I walked into class tomorrow and everyone in there says, hey, Jay, we got you a gift, I'd say, oh my God, thank you. And I take all of them. End of story.
Yeah.
I'm not going to feel inclined to get them something.
Yeah.
That's just my thought process. Now, if someone gets me a birthday gift, you know what I'm going to do on their birthday? Get them a birthday gift.
Yeah.
Like, that's my way of thinking about it.
I agree.
I hate whenever people say I hate getting gifts. Or people, like, I'm just a giver. Like, I am too.
I give so that I can get.
Yeah, exactly. I love giving. I'm that person who I'll get a gift and I'll think of, like, it's on my mind 24/7 until I give it to them.
Yeah.
Like, it's sitting there and I'm looking at the gift. Like, I cannot wait.
You're Paris Hilton. Sorry.
Oh my God. Does anyone hear that? I wonder if that can be heard.
Clap if you can hear that.
It just happened again. I can hear it.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my God. Guys, we better wrap up. We need to get out of here before something bad happens.
Yeah.
The killer is here.
The killer is here.
Or do you think it's all these people who heard us talking about... There's someone screaming. Oh my God. Okay, guys.
Okay,
I'm
going to leave you with one more piece of advice.
What is it?
If you can't love yourself, how in the hell are you going to love somebody else? Can I get an amen up in here?
Amen.
Let the music play.
Bye.